Seattle Seahawks, who I think are actually an extremely interesting opponent for the 49ers to go up against. They have a really strong secondary that I think, especially we're already kind of seeing some cracks in the armor around Brandon Ayuk and with some of the ability for these wide receivers to win or Kyle Shanahan to scheme them up, whatever one you want to blame them on. But they added Frank Clark. What do you think? Do you think that this is going to be impactful? Do you think this is something that is scary for the 49ers? How do you feel about this trade?
So I don't think they traded for him. I think he's coming in on a visit. I'm not sure if it was a trade. I think he was cut from the Denver Broncos, and I think he's coming in on a visit, and they might sign him off the streets. Now it is impactful because they just lost Nwosu, their one of their top edge rushers. Not their best edge rusher, not their top one. Boya Mafe is their go-to guy. But when you lose someone like that, it's kind of nice to sign someone who's been productive throughout his career. Now I get people who are like, oh well, Marco, he hasn't been productive this year. He wasn't productive last year. He's a quality edge rusher in the sense of he could help you on a defensive line that doesn't have no one opposite of Boya Mafe. So I think it's a good one. I do think they match up well with the 49ers. They're fifth in terms of run defense, only allowing 87 yards a game. Devin Witherspoon matches up well with either of our receivers. You can play him in man. Still got Tariq Woolen. Their defense is getting better each week. So there's a team that matches up well. I like the signing that they do sign them. I do
They did
like
sign him.
that for the Seattle Seahawks in terms of they need the help on the edge because one of their guys went down. So I still think they're going to be a team that makes a trade for an edge rusher. You don't just lose your top edge rusher and sign someone off the street and they're like, all right, we feel confident. They got to go. If they're a playoff team, they want to win a Super Bowl, they got to go out and they got to trade for an edge rusher. Guys I would throw out there, Montez Sweat, Daniil Hunter. I don't think Brian Burns is going to be traded.
You
Those are
think
the
the
top two
Seahawks
types.
are going to go after Hunter?
They're,
I want the
they're
49ers to get them.
if I don't think the 49ers will. I don't think they're going to give up that kind of draft capital. I think the Niners would more want to settle for a guy like Montez Sweat
Jalen
or
Johnson,
Jalen
secondary.
Johnson.
We were just talking about that.
Or Jalen. Because, I don't know. I think at the end of the day, it's also what are you going to give up for that player? So I think the Seattle Seahawks actually are the ones that they know they're a couple players away. They're close to the Niners. They know they're a couple players away, but the way the Niners have played the last 2 weeks, I guarantee you Seattle's thinking, hey, whoa, we could steal 2 games from them. The way they're playing, that kind of goes into your mind too. You're not far out. You're only a game back from the division, a lead. So it's something that I think Montez Sweat could definitely be headed to Seattle. Daniel Hunter could be headed to Seattle. But interesting signing for the Seahawks.